Okay, so once again, good morning to each and everyone. So this is the result of our brainstorming for table 1. So we have here the quadrant. So we have 4 quadrants. Let's start with the first, quadrant 1. Okay, so for quadrant 1, we have positive for both personal and spiritual needs. So since these students are capable, high-performing students, let's say. So we'll just give them activities that are self-directed, such as discovery or inquiry. So this allows the teacher to act as just a facilitator. So it requires less intervention from the teacher. Since these students are, let's say they are leaders, they are more capable than these students belonging to the other quadrants. Okay. So for the second quadrant, so for negative for the personal need and a positive for the spiritual need. So since the strength of this kind of student is on the spiritual need, so we'll just highlight the strength of the student. Okay, so we'll just give them values-oriented activities, other activities include reflection-based activities, and then usually I cannot remember if we had this in one of our values classes, but normally okay, but normally in our values class, kasi we had this when we were in college. So our teacher conducted a music therapy class wherein the teacher prepared instrumental music which will allow the students to further reflect on their life back. Okay? And then the teacher will just prepare a script that will help in the reflection of the students. So basically, our goal really here is change. Kasi these activities will not be effective if we cannot see that there is a change or there are changes in the students' behavior. Kasi we can only tell that these activities are effective if we have seen changes in the students' behavior. Kasi if the student is consistent with his behavior, so ibig sabihin, hindi naging effective. Walang impact, walang epekto sa kanyang mga ginawa natin activities. Okay, so for quadrant 3, we have the performance-based activities which involve physical activities. Kasi in our analysis, kasi these types of students are students that are physically inclined. Okay. So these students, parang ayaw nila ng mga activities na mga paperworks. So mas gusto nila yung mga activities that involve yung physical involvement. Yes.
Outside.
Okay. So gusto nila yung gumagalaw sila, kinesthetic yung gusto nila. So kapag ganito mga estudyante, so for us to be able to get their attention and participation, so we have to give them the things that interest them. Kung alam natin na hindi makaka-interest sa kanila yung bagay, example, paperworks, mga assignments, so let's stop doing that. So we'll give them activities that interest them, performance-based or physical activities, and then ito kasi normally, I think this is a mistake that most of us commit. Kasi we teachers, even I myself is guilty of this, because we teachers, we normally give responsibilities to the high-performing students, leaders. So, leaders na nga sila, and then we give the leadership roles to these students. And in fact, these are already leaders. So, they have already that skill in them. And then yung mga estudyante na ayaw maging leaders, walang experience sa pagiging leader, so hindi natin binibigyan kasi in our mind is they do not have the skill yet, which is wrong. Di ba? Kasi yung mga estudyante na binibigyan natin ng mga leadership roles, mga leaders na yan sila. Kailangan i-develop natin yung iba na walang ganong skill. Although, there is also a disadvantage kasi what if we will fail on our goal kasi we give the role to those low-performing students. Yun lang din ang punto doon. Okay, so we can perhaps consider to give them extra roles, katulad ng sinabi ko sa aking example. So we give them responsibility. Example, simple, sa classroom. So instead of assigning the top 10 or the top 5 students to be the class leader, so I give it to yung estudyante na hindi pa nakaranas maging leader ng monitorial, mga ganong estudyante. And then, so, para ma-avoid natin yung fear natin na ma-fail yung ating goal, so perhaps we can do the partnership. What do we mean by partnership? So we pair a student from quadrant 1 with a student from in quadrant 3. So parang peer body system ba to, or peer system, something like that. Okay, so this student from the quadrant 1 will serve as the light or the guide for the student in quadrant 3. Okay. Kasi our goal is to transform these students to students in quadrant 1. Okay, and lastly, we have the quadrant 4. So for quadrant 4, positive personal needs but negative spiritual needs. So, yes, positive personal and negative. So we can do modeling. So according to Sir Sanopa, we can cite examples of great people today. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng mga great people ngayon ay parang great din yung kanilang history, di ba? Most of them came from poor families, di ba? They had also their struggles in life, but yet they were able to succeed in life. Okay, so we can share to our students inspiring stories, and aside from that, we can give also positive reinforcement. So how do we give the positive reinforcement to our students? So kahit nakikita natin na hopeless yung bata, so hindi natin sinasabi na, ay, may good chance no, may good chance na, man-drop yan ang buong, absent yan ang sina. Okay, so positive. Although deep in our hearts, we know na medyo tagilid na, medyo patapon na ang buhay ng estudyante, but still, we keep on giving positive reinforcement. Kasi, daton mahal maskin un palabra taabla kita kanila, it affects their life. Diba? It affects their thinking. Yes. Talking from experience. Okay, so I think that's all from our end. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Ivy. Thank you for this wonderful idea for the group 1. Okay? So, any violent reaction? Kudo na sinti mga chokya. Not from the words of Ivy, Ma'am Lokias. Joke lang. When Ma'am Lokias thought about that, I remember it was in my mind, about this psychological torture. Oo, ina-apply ko ang psychological torture at mga worst talaga mga bata dito na. Oo. Ano yung remember? Tama as Ma'am Lokias ka lang. Ako talaga. Oo.
Ay, Sir Eliel Galadila. Eliel.
Eliel.
May makatubida si Sir.
Kaya tayo mag-apply na. Joke lang, Ma'am. Okay, group 1, mag-get ulit kasi mag-video tayo.
Okay, sige.
Sir Basilio, wag ka rin mag-video ka. Akin na sa mga dire. Akin na sa mga grupo.
Sir,
Sir Ras. Okay, start
This
now.
is again the shawarma clap. Okay, so let's start. 5,
Pwede
6,
pastillas.
7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Sha, sha, sha. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. War, war, war. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ma, ma, ma. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Sha, sha, sha. Wa, wa, war. Ma, ma, ma. Shawarma.